what is the biggest area of concern on offense from this offseason? That's sort of new circa this offseason.
Mm-hmm. I think it's easy to point to the offensive line as the area of to question, right? Because of the changes at guard and potentially right tackle. I think that's the easy
one. Look
one
at
to
my
point
notes.
out.
You know I was going to go there. Okay, well, you go ahead.
No, but I was going to and I think that's
paper.
one. And I think that's the one that everybody has. If I cheat on this question a little bit, I would say that look at this a different way. The area of concern that I would have for this offense right now is, can Kyle Shanahan figure out a way to be successful on 3rd and 4th down with Trey Lance? Because they weren't last year. They were awful last year in his
Jimmy.
2 starts.
Oh, well,
what's that?
Yeah.
Trey Lance.
Okay. Sure.
If you go back and you look at the numbers in Trey Lance's 2 starts against Arizona and Houston, they were 8 of 24 on 3rd down, 1 of 7 on 4th down. So that's an area of concern for that offense moving forward. Just something different. I'll leave the offensive line to you.
Oh, okay. So 3rd down offense is an area of concern because of Trey Lance. That's interesting. Well,
real quick. What I will say real quick is I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily Trey Lance's fault. I think that's why I said, can Kyle Shanahan figure it out? Because I think it's really Kyle Shanahan's fault because of the way that he's trying to utilize Trey Lance in those roles.
Got it. Can they figure it out together?
Yes.
Because even with Jimmy Garoppolo, I mean, they were 14th on 3rd down conversion percentage last. So Kyle needs to figure it out one way or another. Because it seems like, I mean, a lot of people, I read a lot on Twitter, the Niners have the best group of weapons in football, right? The best trio. So they should be top 5 on 3rd down if their quarterback is talented and the offense is competent. And I feel like it is. They should, but it is a concern from the evidence out there. It's a good point. Let me go with the offensive line.
Sure.
Look, I made fun of Tom Compton a lot. He surprised me with his run blocking. He was awful in pass protection. Awful. And it's tough to get offensive line stats. They're kind of different no matter where you go. But I like going Assist Data Hub because they give away stats for free, which makes them seem kind of honest to me. They're not trying to make you pay before you see a stat, which is kind of weird. So I like them. And I just kind of use them as a baseline. They had Tom Compton giving up 11 sacks last year. And he even played the whole season. So, okay. The replacement probably could be no worse in pass protection than Tom Compton, who the Niners won a lot with. I don't know if they can be as good in run blocking, but whatever. I'm sure they've won a lot of games with suspect right tackle play. They've had Laken Tomlinson the whole way, though. He doesn't miss time, and although he's a bit overrated and he's not great, he's good. And they're not upgrading from Laken Tomlinson. They've got an unknown probably competing against an unknown. It'll probably be Aaron Banks and Jalen Moore. One of them may emerge. I don't think either one will be as good as Laken. And let's just talk. I mean, it's a run-first team. Laken's run blocking was important, but in pass protection, he gave up 2 sacks last year, according to Assist Data Hub. Brunson give up 6. You know, if Banks is a disaster and he's over here giving up 10, 11, like Compton, well, now you got a problem no matter who the quarterback is. Mm-hmm. So now you got 2020, essentially, again, where not having that center really, really ruined things for the 49ers, most of the year. Is Laken Tomlinson's departure from the run game and the pass game going to be that? I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, no, we'll see. I think here's the thing, I've never been as high on Laken Tomlinson as some other folks, I think. I know last year before the season.
Me too.
I think I wrote an article about him being the weak link on the 49ers offensive line, actually.
I wouldn't go
but if you go back and you look at Laken Tomlinson, he's the guy that missed the block that got Jimmy Garoppolo injured against the Jets. He's the guy that missed the block that got Jimmy Garoppolo injured against the Cowboys, which is why he's still a 49er. So if you want to blame anybody for Jimmy Garoppolo still being a 49er, I guess we blame it on Laken Tomlinson.
Okay. Okay. That being said, he's still better than Daniel Brunskill. And he's still better than whoever's going to replace him. And I'm with you. He's definitely overrated. I still think he's a net positive on your offensive line. And I'm all for him upgrading. Maybe the Niners will draft an offensive lineman who will slide in. But barring that, I'm a little concerned about the drop-off at that one position. I think what Kyle would say is it's just guard. Don't worry about it. Okay. So maybe just not having your center in 2020 really mess things up. I guess guard isn't as important. You get more help. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, no, but then just to debate that with you really quick, when you look at the offensive line numbers for 20, okay, you got to take a step back because if you look at the quarterback hit numbers, they don't compare. They had a lot more quarterback hits, but if you look at the sack totals, the sack percentage was just slightly higher in 2020 than it was 2021.
Oh yeah, in 2020, I remember it being the quarterback hits. Like they just got
the quarterback
hits. Out of getting hit as they threw.
Yeah, the quarterback hits was quite a bit bigger. I think they were like 73 or something like that, or 80. I think they finished with 83. Last year they were around 44.
They were very high in the league. In that particular,
I don't have it in front of me right now, but I was looking at it this morning because I was just trying to look. I was looking at a bunch of quarterback stuff.
Yeah. So the quarterback hits, they take it all.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I remember because I was so sympathetic for Nick Mullins. I kept counting. I was like, how does he keep getting up? It's because I think Jimmy took 12 and then he was down. Mullins kept getting up. I guess when you made like $800,000 in the league, it's like I gotta keep playing, bud. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you'd hope that Trey Lance would be able to avoid some of those with his movement.
Yes, I would think so. Absolutely. CT Law says you do realize Trey played like a nanosecond and already had a knee sprain and a finger fracture. Be careful what you wish for. I think Lance is soft. Kyle is a player destroyer, runs him into the ground. Well, I guess we'll find out. Like you said, he's played a nanosecond. He didn't look soft the way he throws his body around. Is he made of glass the way Carson Wentz and Jimmy Garoppolo are? I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to call him glass. He's a pretty.
I wouldn't call him that yet.
No, he's a pretty solid guy, and then when he's running the ball for the most part, he does a good job. I was rewatching his game against Arizona, for the most part, he does a good job of getting down and avoiding contact. There was a couple of times though where he just should have gone down.